diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh. Relax, 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 relax. Oh.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is gone. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Gone. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
22. Roger.
Keenum to throw on second down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been. But it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 26. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on third down, gone. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, gone. Forced out to his left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
23 yards on the play. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run here with Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
22. Roger.
Now Keenum on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Goff. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Go, 12. Go.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
22.
Now Keenum throwing on second. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a first down throw. Keenum dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now gone. Oh, fighting off the defender. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Goff now to throw. Buying time to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Mark Barron not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll pick up at 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Fighting through pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Keenum now to throw. He completes this to Sutton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Flushed out right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure, all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
Keenum on first down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Keenum now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive here. Look to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, got 3, got 3.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Roger. 52, right?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Down.
On second down, here's Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. On play action, it's Keenum. And he's going to go down again. Samson Ebukam in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Samson Ebukam in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, go Roger. Very left.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Keenum. Throw left side, it's reeled in by Hamilton. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Keenum to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Stand down. Get high. Stand down.
Keenum to throw again. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
There, the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, let's go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more.
Hey, let's go.
They come out here in the eye. Keenum runs the sneak, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Case Keenum, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. After the run, Keenum going to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Gone. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And there's another sack for Bradley Chubb, and that's exactly why they drafted him. But don't discount his ability to play the run. This is a big, strong young man who understands offensive schemes, how they try to block, and he'll stand stout against the running game as well as continuing to get after the passer.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Goff now to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
It's not something that we see every game now. Todd Gurley held below 50 yards, and we are in the 4th quarter. Got to give a lot of credit. They've done a nice job of bottling him up.
They absolutely have. And a lot of times he can still find holes, but there haven't been the holes there. The offensive line hasn't created much space. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, it's Keenum. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Check 76. Tell him. 76. 76. There we go.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Denver, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.